Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was gonna say I am getting up there in age. I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people. Life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's.
Hey everyone, I must look like the world's biggest simp because I cannot believe what has been happening to me the last couple of days. Now, I was supposed to only speak on one topic, but I just gotta let you all know what has been going on because I am truly shocked by what I have been hearing and what has been happening. So, the first things first is we're going to get to the topic of the video, which was I was talking to this girl at a club. This is before I stopped going out to clubs because I just did a video on why I don't go to clubs. So I want to preface that. I was talking to this girl at a club, and just a day later, no, 2 days later, 48 hours, she asked me for money. But I'll tell you how she asked me for money. All right. And then also at work, a girl said, "Oh, my beard is starting to grow." My beard is starting to grow. And people, if I know mostly men watch this channel, so women would never know, but guys get sexually harassed too. She was like, "I'm a giver. I would give you, a little bit of knowledge, but for some chicken, for some cheddar." She knows I'm a real estate investor. She knows that I have other streams of income. And she offered me services for financial gain. And I was shocked because she had been attempting to get at me for 7 months. And I thought it was because I was a devilishly handsome young man. But no, instead it was for financial gains, which was absolutely shocking. But let me go to the topic at hand, because that's what you guys really want to know is what happened within those 48 hours that this person asked me for money. And tell me if I'm wrong, because they didn't straight out just ask me for money, right? So tell me if I'm wrong. Now, for all of you who don't know, I'm a big foodie. I take women out to eat. And what Lil Durk said, he said, "If I ever do something for you, don't think you making me a trick. I'm doing it because I want to, not because I have to." You understand? So when I go out to eat, I don't like to eat alone. I don't drink alone. I don't like to eat alone. All right? So unless I'm eating in the house, I'll definitely cook a meal and eat by myself. But I'll take a friend out to go and eat. I'll take myself out to go and eat solo sometimes, but I really like to enjoy other people's good energy and company as I'm eating good food, right? And I like to try new restaurants. So one thing about me is I like to try a new restaurant every week if I can. This whole week, although I've cooked at home and I can bring food to work, I've been eating my takeout because I just got so much takeout in the fridge right now. I just had to put the burger meat in the in the freezer because I'm not going to be able to cook that this week. I just have so much takeout that I have not eaten. And so, long story short, let me get back to the topic at hand. I talked to this girl at the club, find her attractive. It wasn't going to go nowhere. for other reasons. I have a certain level of standards, and she wasn't going to meet that for me. But this was a nice young lady who I said, you know what, I'll take her out on a date. I'll get to know her. That's where it all starts, right? You take her out to eat, you get to know somebody. First thing she says is she wants to go to this top steakhouse. I pay it no mind. She says she's never been there. She hasn't gone there. That's where she wants to go. I'm thinking, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, so if you can't take yourself there, but you want me to take you there, that's kind of wild, right? For a first date. Now, granted, I could take you there, maybe for a birthday, it doesn't have to be a huge event, but like, earn that. If you couldn't take yourself there, you got to earn that, right? So, boom. I'm speaking to the girl, talking to her nice. she decides that she is going to bring me some food. This is not food that she cooked, not that it really matters. Her mom or her grandmother cooked this food. It was a miraculous plate. It looked like Thanksgiving dinner. She had a whole bunch of plates. She was damn near feeding the neighborhood. She said she had kids that she was going to pass out these plates to, which were like family members. I asked her if she could stop by me with a plate. She said it wouldn't be on the way to where she's going, so she wanted me to meet her further out. I did. I drove 20 minutes to wherever she is. Mind you, she only lives 20 minutes from me, but I drove 20 minutes to wherever she was going to link up with her at some gas station. She brings me the food. She drives off to where she's going. I give her a hug, and I tell her I want to see her later. And obviously to like take her out on a date. We already had a date pre-scheduled prior to the meal or anything like that. So off she goes. She goes to enjoy her night, and then she also goes out to party with her friend for her friend's birthday. The next day, she hits me up. She's saying how she's, first off, she already told me that she's this big boss of a businesswoman, that she is doing so many things financially. She showed me her licenses. She showed me all the things that she was getting into. Then she says she's going to go back to school for nursing. The license she showed me was an STNA license, but she had just got fired from her job. She didn't tell me this originally. She told me she was making big money doing all these things. Not that it matters to me, it doesn't. But it gives context to the story. So you go from working 60 hours a week to not liking your job to quitting your job before you're fired, assuming, and then you're saying you're this financially stable individual, but then you hit me up and you say, damn, I need money for gas. Now, granted, regardless of her saying she's this amazingly hardworking individual, financially stable and all this stuff, and that she don't need a man for nothing, this is what she told me. I'm not paraphrasing. This is what she said. And then she said that she's like this high educated woman who has not finished nursing school yet. She did give me a plate of food, which most girls don't just drive and give you a plate of food. Now, granted, it wasn't to my house. Again, I drove out to wherever the hell she was going, which was an area that I had never been before. But I said, I don't necessarily feel comfortable giving you money for gas. I don't feel comfortable giving you money for gas. I am a gentleman. I'll take you out on a date. I'll pay for everything. But I don't feel comfortable paying for your gas. I'm not with you. Like, you're out in the street doing whatever the hell you're doing. Now, granted, I normally wouldn't tell a girl that I'll pay for everything on a date. It's mainly expected that we would do that. But because, again, she had already gave me a meal, essentially, even if it wasn't cooked by her, I felt like she should know, like, yo, I'm going to take care of you when I see you. You understand? Because you showed me love, I'm going to definitely show you some love too. But she was like, oh, I didn't ask you to pay for my gas, but I did just bring you food yesterday, and it's kind of weird that you wouldn't offer to pay for my gas. And I said, well, yeah, that's why I was a little conflicted in telling you this, because you did go out of your way to give me a meal. But that's not in my character. It's not something that I'm used to doing. Now, granted, she might be used to simps that would do that. And I don't want to call a guy a simp, because we all have things that we like to do. And if we like to do it, it ain't tricking if you like to do what you like to do. I like to eat. I'll take you out to eat with me, but I'm not going to pay for your meal and I'm not with you. Right? Like, these are the things that I don't do. Right? Like, I'll take you to a nice restaurant if I'm also there and I'm eating, but I'm not going to say, I'm gonna pay for your hair and nails so that you can go to a restaurant with me. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. Now, another guy might say, listen, I like to spend money on women, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I promise you, women love that, but that's just not me, right? So whatever a guy likes to do, let that guy like to do it. There are girls, I've seen TikToks where they're like, oh, you're my food husband, and you're my shopping husband, and you're my this. Listen, I would absolutely be a food husband to some of these girls if the right one found me. But am I wrong? Let me know, because I need to find out, am I wrong for saying that I'm not about to pay for your gas? And it's crazy because I feel like a lot of people just live on an edge, because when I tell you, she had just filled up her gas when she was on FaceTime with me the day before. So now she need money for gas the next day. Like, where was you traveling? I understand it was her friend's birthday. They probably went all around the world. But I'm not going to say don't hang out with your friend on her birthday. But if you don't got it, you don't got it for real. Like, they should know that you don't have a job, and that they should have at least gave you some gas money if you was driving them all around. But I don't know if she was driving them around or not. But yeah, I didn't think that it was my responsibility after 48 hours to start paying for people's gas. And I didn't know that people at my job was, first off, people are bold. I'm talking about ever since I moved to this state, and I don't want to say the state, but if you watch some of my videos, you know the state. Ever since I moved to this state, it don't matter. When I was a manager, my associates would try to get at me. And now that I'm a co-worker to some of these people, they still try to get at me. And there is no shame in their game. They will say, listen, I want some money in order to do these services. And I'm just like, what? Doesn't make sense. But my throat is kind of dry right now. I got to get some water. So guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this video. Let me know what you think about the state that we're in with everything that's going on. Was I wrong for saying I wasn't going to pay for her gas? Let me know in the comment section down below. You know I post on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.